9 reasons you should buy a new car instead of a used car. Here are a few things I debated before choosing a new over a used car, and you should too. Cost. Sure, a new car costs more. But over the long term, not that much more. And the value, not just monetarily, can be much higher. Reliability. Above all, I wanted to get a car that wouldn't break down. I had enough stuff going on in my life and I want to avoid car repair issues, time, dollar, as much as possible. I was willing to pay slightly more for this certainty. Not a piece of crap. Buying a car takes an enormous amount of time. I planned to have this car for many years and I didn't want another piece of crap. As a result, this baseline requirement reduced the disparity between new and used prices. In other words, I wouldn't save a ton of money getting a used car because I wanted a pretty good car, regardless. Quick note, this is admittedly a little bit of vanity. But I've written time and time again about spending on things you love, more on this later. I love driving and I do it a lot. It's not strictly functional for me. I even sprang for the V6 model. Plus, there are other ways to minimize your total cost, which I'll get to in a minute. Cash I'd have to put down. This is important. If you don't have any cash, or very little, a used car is more attractive because the down payment, that is, money you have to pay immediately, is typically lower. And if you put $0 down, the interest charges on a new car will be much more. In my case, I had cash available to put down. Interest rate. The interest rate on your car loan will depend on your credit, which is why having a good credit score is so important. If you have a solid credit score, your interest rate will be lower. This becomes more important over a longer-term loan. Each dealership will negotiate differently. Don't be afraid to walk out if the dealer tries to change the finance terms on you last minute. This is a common trick. Resale value. One of my friends bought a $20,000 Acura Integra, drove it for about 7 years, and then sold it for 50% of the price. That means she got a fantastic deal on driving a new car for 7 years. To check out how your potential car might fare, visit Kelley Blue Book and calculate the resale prices in 5, 7, and 10 years. You'll be surprised how quickly most cars depreciate and how others, Toyotas and Hondas especially, retain their value. Insurance. The insurance rates are lower for a new car compared to a used car. Even if they're only slightly different, say, $50 a month, that can add up to real savings over a few years. Gas mileage. With gas prices on a roller coaster ride, you may want to hedge your bets and consider a fuel-efficient or even hybrid or electric car. This could be an important factor determining the value of a car over the long term. And let's be honest, how cool would it be to be the only guy on your block with a Tesla? New car smell. Good God, is there a better smell on earth? This wasn't really a requirement, but I just wanted to mention how much I love it. This, and the smell of Payless Shoe Source. Find me at the mall, walking in and out of Payless over and over.